President Biden takes executive action to protect hundreds of thousands of undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens. And from wildfires to tropical storms to extreme heat, much of the country is under alert for severe weather. The Morning Rundown starts now.
From the Straight Arrow News Studio, bringing the stories that matter to you from across the United States and around the world. This is the Morning Rundown.
Today is Tuesday, June 18th. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kara Rucker. This morning, the Biden administration has announced a new immigration policy that will shield undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens from being deported. The executive action, which Straight Arrow News has reported was likely to occur, would cover approximately 500,000 immigrants living in America for at least 10 years. Under the program known as Parole in Place, those whose applications are approved by the Department of Homeland Security will be given 3 years to apply for permanent residency in the U.S. The undocumented spouses would be given work permits and easier access to a green card and a path to citizenship. The White House released a statement. These actions will promote family unity and strengthen our economy, providing a significant benefit to the country and helping U.S. citizens and their non-citizen family members stay together. The new policy announcement is already being met with criticism from some Republicans. Senator John Cornyn of Texas, writing on X, it is incentivizing more illegal immigration. President Biden is expected to make an announcement on the policy at the White House as he marks the 12-year anniversary of DACA, which protects undocumented immigrants who came to America as children from deportation. The Biden administration also announcing plans to make it easier for those immigrants known as Dreamers who have earned a college degree and been offered a job to receive work visas. These are the latest moves by the Biden administration on immigration, following a move earlier this month, issuing an executive order meant to limit the number of asylum seekers who cross the border illegally. That policy has already been challenged, with the ACLU suing the administration, and some legal experts say they're expecting more challenges to the administration's latest policy announced today. For the first time in 24 years, Russian President Vladimir Putin will be visiting North Korea as he looks to strengthen ties with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Putin will be spending 2 days in North Korea, where he will meet with Kim for a summit following their talks in Russia in September. Prior to his visit, Putin wrote a letter that was published in a North Korean state newspaper, where he said he appreciates North Korea's support in its ongoing conflict with Ukraine. Both the U.S. and South Korea have accused the North of providing Russia with military equipment, an act that would violate sanctions by the UN Security Council. North Korea and Russia have denied those accusations. Speaking to reporters on Monday, White House National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said the U.S. is keeping an eye on the growing relationship between Putin and North Korea.
Yeah, look, no surprise that he went to North Korea after his so-called election. A real nail-biter that was. He was going to go on a little bit of a charm offensive here, and that's what he appears to be doing. We're not concerned about the trip. What we are concerned about, Trevor, is the deepening relationship between these two countries. Not just because of the impacts it's going to have on the Ukrainian people, because we know North Korean ballistic missiles are still being used to hit Ukrainian targets, but because there could be some reciprocity here that could affect security on the Korean peninsula.
Additionally, in the letter published in the North Korean paper, Putin says Russia and the North will work together on trade and payment systems that are, quote, not controlled by the West. From extreme heat to wildfires to drenching downpours, the U.S. is facing severe weather threats coast to coast. The sweltering heat that's been scorching the West is now heading to the Northeast, putting millions of Americans at risk as temperatures reach up to triple digits. The National Weather Service warning a looming heat dome could bring temperatures to record-breaking highs well into next week. Meanwhile, 2 major wildfires are burning in the West. Thousands of residents in southern New Mexico were ordered to evacuate their homes as the flames quickly approached. The fire burned more than 5,000 acres since it started on Monday. Firefighters are also battling widespread flames in Southern California. What's been dubbed the Post Fire has now spread to more than 15,000 acres in Los Angeles County. The fire, which started Saturday, is now 20% contained. Authorities say more than 1,100 firefighters, including air tankers and helicopter crews, are battling the fire from the ground to the sky. And the nation's southeast, the first tropical storm watch of the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season is in effect for the stretch of coast from South Texas to northeastern Mexico as a broad area of thunderstorms develop in the Gulf of Mexico. It's forecast to turn into the first named storm of the season. Boeing is back in the hot seat on Capitol Hill today as the company's CEO is set to testify before Congress. David Calhoun is scheduled to appear before the Senate Investigation Subcommittee about the company's latest plan to fix its manufacturing problems. This will mark the first appearance of a high-ranking Boeing official before Congress since a panel blew out of a 737 MAX during an Alaska Airlines flight back in January, raising new concerns about the company's best-selling commercial aircraft. The National Transportation Safety Board and the Federal Aviation Administration are conducting separate investigations into that incident. Just last week, the head of the FAA told a Senate committee the agency was too hands-off in its oversight of Boeing before the January incident. Today's hearing comes as the Justice Department is considering whether to prosecute Boeing for violating terms of a settlement in connection with two fatal crashes of Boeing 737 MAX planes in 2018 and 2019 that killed 346 people. You will no longer be able to use artificial intelligence to order your Big Mac, at least for now. McDonald's announcing it is ending its AI drive-thru test run at more than 100 of its restaurants. The fast food chain had partnered with IBM to create its so-called automated order taker, which involved voice-activated ordering using AI to expedite the customer experience. However, reports say customers complained the chatbot got orders wrong and the tech had trouble interpreting accents. McDonald's saying it will be looking to explore voice ordering solutions more broadly in the future. The AI drive-thrus are set to be shut off by the end of July. Finally this morning, for a record 18th time, the Boston Celtics are NBA champions. Powered by stars Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the Celtics defeated the Dallas Mavericks 106-88 in Game 5 Monday night to clinch the franchise's 18th championship, the most in NBA history. Tatum scored 31 points in the victory in front of the team's hometown fans. Brown, who had 21 points in the game, was voted the NBA Finals MVP. These are your top stories for this Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Kara Rucker. Have a great day.